and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Epcot, where I'm going to be filming another stellar episode, this time on the International Festival of the Arts.
As always, if you've never been here before, it's going to be your best friend, a park map and a times guide. And you can see that they've updated both. Of note, it looks like they've got some workshops, some seminars, a new on-Broadway concert series. Visiting artists, refer to your times guide for more information. If you don't pick this up, you can download the Disney app. The Disney app is going to be basically the same thing. It'll have a digital times guide, a digital park map. It'll tell you wait times, where the restrooms are, where you can eat. Everything you need to know is going to be included in that app, and it's free. Here you can see that they've added a Figment topiary, the first of what I believe will probably be many. As we enter the World Showcase, you could see that they've set up all sorts of little stands here on your way towards Mexico, which have an assortment of fine art, galleries, artists, and other food offerings as well. So between Mexico and Germany, there's not that much Festival of the Arts booths. There was a Tom's booth closer to the African outpost back here. And then here's another little stand featuring artwork from artist Rob Kaz. Here at the America Gardens Theater by the shore, they've got a couple actors and actresses from Disney on Broadway appearing at different times throughout the day. They've got Ashley Brown and Josh Strickland right now, and the stage is set up for that event. PhotoPass has also set up these little stands throughout the park, which I think is very cool because you can actually become part of the artwork. Being that it is the International Festival of the Arts here at Epcot, they do have a ton of little stands set up with specialty foods. However, I particularly enjoy the classic fish and chips over here in England. So I'm back here inside the Canada Pavilion now, where I've just discovered at one of those little kiosks that they have a little passport that you can get, which will tell you where you can find all of your galleries throughout the park, merchandise, fun for families. They've got little pictures and descriptions of the food offerings that you can purchase throughout the park. And there's a little checklist contained here too. So in case you wanted to try everything, you can, and you can keep track of what you've tried and what you haven't. You might need to come back more than once. So this is a really cool art installation that will eventually be filled in by every single guest who chooses to fill it in. As you might or might not be able to make it out, it's all of the parks. There's monorails, there's Space Mountain. It's one of their classic pictures. However, it needs to be filled in. So with your help and everybody who stops by's help, it will eventually be filled in. I'm glad I came today to check it out, but it's sort of still needing some work. Maybe we can check it out later in the season and see how it's progressing. So we've made our way around the world, and we are currently at Disney's Port of Entry store over here on the right side. And you can see that they're still trying to get rid of their Christmas merchandise. Still up, despite all the decorations having come down. There's still ornaments and trees and food items for sale. I was talking to a cast member who told me that every food item available for purchase, specifically for this festival, is a work of art in and of itself. And there's no better depiction of that than over here at the Pop Eats stand. So I was speaking with a cast member who told me that this festival was put together in 6 weeks. And I think given that time frame, they've done a pretty good job. There's a whole bunch of artwork from Arribas Brothers to Wyland Galleries to some that I've never even heard of. There's some really cool food offerings that you should definitely check out. It's definitely worth coming to, in my opinion. And hopefully it offers something for everybody, from merchandise to shows to galleries. There's a lot of cool stuff here. It's a really cool little festival. I think it's smart that Disney did it during one of their slower times of year. Hopefully it'll work to attract more guests on what would otherwise be a slower time of year. Again, this is the first year that they're doing it, but hopefully not the last. As we re-enter Future World, there's a few more kiosks set up and some art installations that are normally not here, but there's really not too much new to report on. Let's see if they've got any newer merchandise in Mouse Gear. Got a mug, a hat, a poster, a t-shirt, another t-shirt, maybe a kid's t-shirt, another t-shirt, a tumbler, a bag. Look, it says inaugural. That's cool. And then you've got some nice new tumblers and mugs and shirts and all sorts of merchandise to reflect the new year. So it should be noted that after Christmas, technically, we have entered the slow season here at Walt Disney World. So Spaceship Earth wait is only 10 minutes today. 30 minutes to meet Anna and Elsa in their royal summer house. Frozen Ever After, however, is still a 70-minute wait at the peak time of the day. It's to be expected. It is still one of the newer attractions and definitely going to draw a lot of the crowd. So if you can secure a fast pass for it, I would highly recommend it. Inside the Land Pavilion now, not much has changed, and despite the fact that it is our slower season, there is still a 45-minute wait for Soarin' Around the World, which is actually still a lot better than it normally is during the busy times. So if you're here and you'd like to experience Soarin', what I would do, since I love living with the land, is to get a fast pass early in the AM for Living with the Land, but not early enough where you can't experience Soarin' first. That way you knock out 2 of the rides early on in the day, and that makes more time for you to experience other attractions later in the day. Behind me is the Pixar Short Film Festival, which has taken over for Captain EO. So there's no more Captain EO here. There's no more Honey, I Shrunk the Audience. However, this is where both of those films used to live. Currently playing at the Pixar Short Film Festival is La Luna, a Mickey's Get a Horse, and For the Birds. I haven't seen any of them, so I'm gonna go check it out. So I just came out of the Pixar Short Film Festival and I am thoroughly impressed. So I definitely recommend checking this out when you guys are here. It's a great way to take a load off. You get to sit for a couple minutes, you get to learn about Pixar and Disney and the history of animation. It's a lot of fun. Check it out. So that's gonna do it for this episode of Danny Does Disney, coming to you live from Epcot's International Festival of the Arts. In my humble opinion, I would definitely recommend you checking it out. It's got a ton to offer, from different types of food that you've never seen before, to merchandise, to off-Broadway performances, to entertainment, and more. As always, thank you for joining us. Thank you for taking the time to watch. If you liked what you saw, please give this video a thumbs up. Write a comment in the section below. Subscribe to my videos and click the little bell next to the subscription button to get notified for future video updates. I'm trying to post more often. Also, check me out on social media. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram. I'm everywhere. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a magical day. Bye-bye.